dealing with you for. This is a complaint that Jasen Benwah doesn't like the song that you put on, and he feels that it's threatening or, conveying people to carry out acts of violence on them.
Not sure which Jasen Benwah you're talking about, because there's lots of people with that name, but it is a creative song. It's can be interpreted in many different ways. If that's how he interprets it, then that's more his problem than mine. I don't like, there's lots of people who have that name, right? So there's several, the idea is that
not many spelt like that though, right?
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Right.
The idea is that you can replace the name in the song with any name, right? And get the same or similar meaning.
So I'm just calling to advise that he's pretty displeased with it. There's no criminal investigation into it, because in my interpretation, it's not uttering threats. It's not quite at the threshold of that or harassment. I'm just calling to just advise you that he's pretty displeased with it, and my personal suggestion would be to maybe reconsider or talk to a lawyer maybe and have them listen to it and see if there's possibly anything civil that could come of it. I'm just pretty much calling to make sure nothing escalates from here is all.
Yeah.
But I certainly advise that maybe you should look into the civil side of things and make sure that you're safe on that end too, right?
Well, that being said, I understand your concern. So which constable are you? Sorry, I forgot your... Okay. Thank you for calling and letting me know that somebody was disappointed with a song. I've had many songs over the years. I put out a song in 2009 that had pictures of protests that had happened in Toronto with all kinds of different political figures in the background of the photos. It's just, and I mean, that's been done many times over the years in different styles of music. You'll follow the punk music genre, you'll find all kinds of stuff like that. So I think it's more, this is a folk song. The idea was to shed light on what was happening with the people in the area and how disappointed they are with their leadership. Mainly, specifically that they've been abandoned by their leadership because of the mega wind turbine project. But this could also, be construed to any invader of your land, whether it's Port-au-Port, whether it's Labrador,
whether it's your artistic freedom. It's a song, and like I said, it's not crossing the criminal threshold to where we're going to get involved. He just kind of wanted me to reach out, and I'm just saying is the way my brain works. You should maybe just make sure, CYA, that you're not going to have any civil lawsuits come of it or anything like that between you and Mr. Benwah if he decides to proceed. I don't investigate civil lawsuits. I don't deal with them. I'm not trained with them. I know nothing about them. So
Mr. Benwah,
the best person to contact just to make sure. Right?
Mr. Benwah can proceed however he feels fit. The thing is, there are lots of social media posts, several dozens of recorded by us and our team, of him making up completely false accusations about things that I said that were brought to the media, that the media then dispelled because there was no evidence of me uttering profanities in a protest I wasn't even involved in. I actually wasn't even in a province at the time. So,
that's politics, right? That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. But I mean, it is a song that can be interpreted in any way for anybody who's defending their land in any situation. The names can be changed to from the past to the present to the future. It's not supposed to be a specific attack on anybody. There's definitely no. You don't have to worry about any escalation of any kind. Nobody from our side or myself or anyone has ever gone to approach that individual or have harassed him in person or have gone near his property or his family or anything like that, and we had no intention to. And if somebody wants to interpret a song that way, and then, he has every right to write his own song about me or anybody else that he feels he wants to write a song about. But if Mr. Benwah feels that he's, maybe not just this song, but if just generally in the community, if he's being disliked at the moment, then maybe he should reconsider supporting a project that's going to just displace and destroy the homes of over 4,000 people in Port-au-Port Peninsula. Maybe he might want to reconsider his position to what's right.
Again, that's all the politics of it, and I'm staying clear of that, right? That's between you and Jasen, and if you have your disagreements, you're more than welcome to have disagreements, right? So that's all I want to do is make sure that you understood where he was coming from, and that, we looked at it, and that's all I got to advise is I would make sure that there's nothing civil coming your way, right? So,
Well, yeah, and I mean, you got to keep the peace. But like I said, there's no friction between me and him. As a political figure in the area, my job is to represent the people, and the people have issues with their leaders who are not stepping up for them. So if I can bring light to those people, and like I said, it can be interpreted to many people. There's many leaders in that song that, or in any song that, we could have mentioned. We could have mentioned Trudeau. We didn't mention Trudeau. We could have mentioned tons of different people. And I mean, there's enough bad press out there on that guy. So, if Mr. Benwah wants to be a leader in his community and he can't take the heat, then he should get out of the fire. He shouldn't be a leader if he can't take the criticism. But you got nothing to worry about from my end. As for a civil point of view, he can bring it on if he wants to. I'll see him in court. He'll lose, and I'll make a headline.
All right, buddy. I'm going to let you go, but I just want to make sure that we pass it along. That's all.
Oh, I appreciate it. And if I was breaking any laws or anything like that in the future, you feel free to call me. You've got my number, and and I will be happy to address it. If somebody does feel a threat, like Mr. Benwah or whoever, they can call me or send me a message, and I will assure them that there's nothing to fear, that this is just a creative piece to shed light on an unfortunate situation.
Yep, certainly. All right, Darrell, have a good night.